That's one beautiful day, isn't it, Finn? Something I'm sitting here thinking about is what I'm going to do after the Olympic Games. What are my goals? What are my ambitions after Olympic Games? Because this is such a big goal in my career, so it's very easy to kind of get sidetracked from what I would do after this big goal. I think that's where a lot of people get lost, is they've got this one vision and they don't see past it, so then when the time comes when Olympics is behind you, you all of a sudden feel lost. And I felt this with other competitions as well. For example, World Championships, I felt just like I was in a really low mood state after World Championships. Even though it went my way, I got the medal, it went to plan, I just was in a very low mood afterward because I didn't have much to kind of look forward to after World Championships. You good, pup? Oh, you love a good chin scratch, don't you? He's always got an itchy chin for some reason. Strange doggo. And ways that I do keep motivated throughout life is just constantly having that ambition. So it's not like I'm going to slack off too much. I'm going to have time off gym, but I'm not going to let myself go. So some of the things that I'm thinking about is things that I can't do now. I'd like to change now, but I wouldn't want to change my routine too much. So it's things like on a daily basis having an ice bath. So I don't want to do that right now, like so close to Olympic Games, because it may affect how I train and how I compete. So I'll leave that till after Olympic Games, and that's something I can look forward to. Another thing is getting up very early. I'd love to be that person that can get up at 5:30 a.m. and get things done, get work done before anybody else has that done, and that means that I can just chill out in daytime and do things like this, like just sit out in the sun and not stress so much about how many hours are in the day. But this isn't me getting distracted from the task in hand of competing at the Olympic Games to the best of my ability. It's me just seeing past it for a brief moment, and I feel like this is a good time to do it. When I'm in training mode, I'm very focused on that goal of getting that Olympic gold medal, but then there is times when you just need to think past it for a brief moment, just to almost protect yourself in a way, and also make sure that you're staying happy and maintaining that happiness, because during Olympic Games there's going to be this big high, especially if things go my way, hopefully, and then after that there's going to be a drop down. So there's going to be a lot of changes, there's going to be a lot of adapting to that situation, and it's about being prepared for that. One of the ways I'm also going to prepare for that is by going to California for a couple of weeks after Olympics. That's just kind of in my downtime after Olympic Games. I just want to get away, because traveling feeds that side of me and gives me that stimulation that similar to traveling to competitions would actually. So I want to actually maintain that traveling, taking out the gymnastics from it, and just enjoying the actual travel experience itself, because something that does take away from the traveling is actually competing. Don't get me wrong, I absolutely love competing, but it does take away from the traveling side of things. You have to be in your room resting up, recovering, and you don't get to see the places to the best of my ability. So I'm going to go to California, see my friend Lainey and all of her friends, and just get a taste for the place. And I've always wanted to go to California, I've always wanted to go to LA and just experience it. Also, I know the weather sometimes can't be nice in this country, but anytime the sun is out, make sure that you go and sit outside in it, absorb the vitamin D, because that is something that everybody lacks in, is some vitamin D, and the sun is the best way to get some of that. I just got my old teammate Andy Smith on the phone there. FaceTimed him to see if he could give me any tips on this skill, the front full punch 2.5 twist. He was a very good floor worker and he done that skill in his routine, so it was cool to FaceTime him, get some tips off him, and see what he thought about my technique, and we're working on it. So the tips he gave me was to do a lot of full punch straight fronts, and then that'll just kind of get my timings right, square me up properly so that I'm not, you know, twisting off axes or anything like that. So I think this is what I'm going to focus on, and it already feels better when I'm doing that straight front. It feels like I'm getting more punch into the somersault, so it's a very good thing. Thank you, Andy. Already better. That one's for you, Andy. Some ice for my wrists. Delightful. And a chalk bucket too. Really enjoyed that session today. Got a lot of benefits from it. Of course, we were back on the Sino pommel horse again. That is the pommel horse that will be at the Olympic Games, so it's always good to be back on that one. That was the one that I was actually practicing on over lockdown as well, so I'm quite familiar with it now, and I like it. I like it a lot. I like the softness of the leather and the way the handles are and stuff like that. It's just, all of it's really nice to work on, but I still need to just adapt to it a little bit. So that was good. Pommel went fine, and the body felt really good as well today. The wrists felt quite nice also. So then I moved on to floor, of course, and Andy helped me out with that tumble pass that I've been struggling on the past couple of days. So I feel like there was a bit of a breakthrough with that. So something to keep in mind for next time is doing them straight fronts out of the full twist for a warm up, and then that'll set me up nicely to go on to the twisting after that. But for now, we're gonna get our dinner on. What have we got tonight? Some red Thai curry, I think, with prawns. This food's too good. Okay. Alright, I'm just doing a little bit of a stretch out now in the evening, just before I sit down, play some Xbox for the evening. I just like to kind of loosen up my body, especially after training. And I recommend that you guys do the same, really. You know, it doesn't need to be anything fancy. It just needs to kind of be you moving your body. You know, it could be the smallest thing, from rotating your ankles around, or just kind of trying to touch your toes to stretch your hamstrings. It can be anything to stretch, because it would surprise you the amount of people that don't even lift their arms above their head throughout the day. So it's just something to think about and something to work into your daily routine. Especially with the increase of jobs that are sitting down at a computer all day, literally from 9 to 5, you're sitting on a computer upright like this, and it's just awful for your body to do that. So you need to get up, you need to get moving, and even going for walks, stretching out tiniest bit can just go a long way in your life. For today's video, just gonna sit down and edit this now. Hopefully should be out this evening. Tomorrow on Friday I will be on the Late Late Show, so if you're based in Ireland, make sure that you go on RTE and check out myself on the Late Late Show. It will be a cool show. It's sports orientated, so it'll be a really cool one leading up to the Olympic Games, so make sure that you check it out, and I will catch you guys in the next video.